What's up everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be making a couple of European mounts out of these deer skulls that you guys see right here in front of me. This is kind of a DIY thing. You can do this yourself. It's very easy to do. It just takes a little bit of time, so I'm going to be showing you guys exactly how I did this. These two deer were harvested back in 2022. Me and Dad were lucky enough to both get a pretty nice buck during the shotgun season here in Illinois, and obviously it's not big enough to mount or anything, but what we decided to do with them is make a European mount out of the skull. So it just takes a little bit of time and some patience, and you can make a pretty cool mount out of these skulls, and it is pretty cheap to do. And today I'm going to be showing you guys exactly how we did that. So the first thing you want to do is get some heavy-duty aluminum foil and wrap the antlers in aluminum foil. You want to make sure that you got it on there pretty thick. The more you put on there, the better. It's not going to hurt it. And you want to make sure you get the ends of the antlers very well covered, and also the base where it goes into the head. And the reason that we're going to be covering the antlers in aluminum foil is so that the antlers don't discolor or anything, and no bugs can chew on the antlers. So as you can see, I've got it all on there pretty thick. So the next step in this project is going to be digging a nice big hole that you can bury this skull in, and you want to just make sure that you find a spot that is out of the way, a spot that you're not going to have to disturb or anything like that for a good 6 to 8 months, because that's how long they have to stay in the ground. And when you bury them, you want to make sure that the tips of the antlers are about 6 inches under the ground. That's how deep we've done all of ours, and they've all turned out just fine. And while they are down on the ground, what is going to happen to the skulls is bugs and worms are going to find them, and they're basically just going to eat all the flesh and skin and everything off of the skull, so that whenever you dig it up, you're left with just the antlers and the bone, and you just got to wash them off after that. So now we fast forward to the late summer of 2023, and it's time to dig up the skulls. Alright, well I got this one dug up, and looks pretty good. I'm going to get the pressure washer hooked up here and start blowing some of this off and see if they're ready to be dug up. If not, we'll have to put it back in the hole and leave it buried for a little bit longer. We'll just have to see. Alright, well I got both of them washed off. They're looking pretty good. We're going to leave these sit here for a couple of weeks, let them dry out, and then we'll be back and wash them off some more, and then we'll be able to go from there and decide what we want to do with them after that. Well, it's been a couple weeks now, and I ended up putting them back out in the barn just to let them dry out some more, make sure that they didn't have any smell to them or anything before I took them in the house, and now they are ready to be hung up. I've got the other two skulls that we've done this way out here as well. This is the first deer that I got with my bow, and that's just another buck that I got a couple years ago. But there are several different ways that you can mount these. So with this one, we ended up taking some boards off of a pallet, cutting them up, and nailing them together, and then we took our torch and just kind of burnt it a little bit to make the wood look kind of old, and then mounted the skull right to it. Then there are these little brackets that you can buy from Amazon that are pretty cheap, and it makes it where the skull just kind of sticks out a little bit. And there's several other brackets and ways that you can mount these skulls as well. These are just the two that we've done, but I'm sure that there are several other things that you can buy and make it where they will mount in different ways. The reason that these two up here are completely white is because we took a can of spray paint and painted these ones, whereas with these two we haven't done anything with them. We just left them. This is the way that they're going to look whenever they come out of the hole. I don't think I'm going to end up spray painting mine. I just kind of like the way that it looks like this. So like I said in the beginning of the video, there are several different ways you can do this. I've heard of people boiling them, and then obviously you can just take it to a taxidermist and let them do it the professional way, and you will probably get it back a lot quicker. But I kind of like doing it this way just because it's kind of cool to do. And if you're alright with waiting, it is a lot cheaper than doing it, at least taking it to a taxidermist. I don't really know what it takes to boil one. I've never done it that way. I have heard of people doing it though. So this is the way that we do it around here, and it works pretty good. As you can see with this one here, we ended up leaving it in the ground a little bit too long, and the nose pieces ended up breaking off, and we weren't able to get them back on there. But I kind of like it. It gives it a little more, I think it kind of gives it a little bit more character. But anyways, guys, I think that's going to wrap this video up. So if you've got any questions, make sure to leave them down below, and I will get back with you and explain as best as I can. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you all next time.